Yes, you read the title correctly. Here's why I consider Eiyuden Chronicle to be Suikoden 6. I've even seen people go as far as to say that they think this game is a parody of the first original 3 Suikoden games. And I think that is absolutely insane, seeing as how this is the true vision of the original visionaries from those original games. Hello guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Callie and I cover JRPG content, and we're going to jump right into this somewhat controversial statement or controversial title, and that is, I believe that Eiyuden Chronicle is Suikoden 6. Now, okay, is it Suikoden 6 literally? No. However, for me, guys, this is the game that we have been waiting for ever since 2006 from the last Suikoden game, being Suikoden 5. And one of my subscribers personally asked me to do this video, so that's why I somewhat turned it into a video concept, because I believe that we should be treating Eiyuden Chronicle with the same urgency and same love and passion that we would have for a potential Suikoden 6. Now for me, once again, this game has been confirming all of my dreams. It's been everything that I've been looking forward to, and for me it's even in the style of the first 2 original Suikoden games. So to me, there's no way that it could be a somewhat parody when it is a true extension of what the original creators may have had in mind. Now, are we using the same exact characters, the same exact lore, and the same exact environments? No, because obviously they are different properties. However, that shouldn't change how we approach and look at this game. Again, this is Suikoden 6 if it were to actually be made. Now, it's funny that people would call it a parody when Suikoden 4 and Suikoden 5, while 5 being a somewhat underrated title in my opinion, both of those games were very lightly connected to the first original 3 games. So if any games were parodies, it could have been the actual true sequels that had really nothing to do with the original story of the first 3 games. Now, some of you might get mad at me for saying that. Again, Suikoden 4 was definitely not my favorite. It had so many issues on a mechanical level and a technical level. And Suikoden 5, while I think underrated, it still didn't have the same oomph that the first 3 games had. Now, some people will say, what about the Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remasters? And my response would be, what about them? I'm still excited for them. However, guys, I want you guys to remember, we are dealing with Konami. They have left this series on ice for numerous years and numerous decades. To me, while those remasters signify a small glimmer of hope, I wouldn't place all my chips in believing that Konami will do the right thing and eventually release a Suikoden 6. So I'm saying to you guys, while we could continue to wait forever, we could also just focus on what we have in front of us. Guys, if you are enjoying this video, please consider subscribing. It really helps the channel out. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers before my birthday in November, and it would mean the absolute most to me, as I am always looking for ways to connect with you Suikoden and Eiyuden fans. So it would really mean a lot to me if you just went ahead and hit that subscribe button. Okay, back to the video. To further my point, I am not trying to say you cannot wait for the Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remasters or be excited for them. I am not trying to take that away from you. However, I am just saying that I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, considering the history that Konami has taken us through, and considering honestly the talent at Konami, who is actually equipped to create a true Suikoden 6. It reminds me somewhat of the Natsume and Story of Seasons with Harvest Moon situation. There are still Harvest Moon games and there are still Story of Seasons games, but each game is missing something from the other. It just doesn't have the original essence that the whole package used to have together. So I feel like if Konami were to release a Suikoden 6, it still wouldn't be exactly what the true vision of Suikoden would be. So the way that I'm approaching this is that I'm just simply moving on for now. I'm putting all my focus on Eiyuden Chronicle and its lore and its story and its character and its world building, because it is here now, it is present, and most importantly, this studio is dedicated to this game. It's dedicated to this series. Konami has a multitude of other different focuses that it is working on, and let's be honest guys, Suikoden is not on the top priority list. So for me, it is absolutely essential that we focus a lot of our attention on Eiyuden Chronicle and its success, because we could have a studio that is truly destined and for Eiyuden Chronicle, which is awesome because this is a studio dedicated ultimately to our beloved Suikoden series. And keep in mind, I know that the Suikoden 1 and 2 HD remasters has a special place in our hearts, and I am not telling you that you cannot be excited and or hyped for that game. However, the way that I'm approaching it, I am placing all of my confidence and faith into the Eiyuden Chronicle series, because frankly for me, this one has a better chance of actually staying alive and producing more content from that of which we love so very much. I even think from a marketing perspective that a fresh new reboot and restart is exactly what the potential Suikoden series would need. I mean, imagine people jumping into Suikoden 6 and not knowing what the other 5 games were like. It has happened before and it's not that big of a deal, but Eiyuden Chronicle being completely fresh and completely new could mean that we can get new players, new faces, new fans, and ultimately a new series and franchise that spawns from all of this. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know if you agree or disagree with my statements. Feel free to feel any sort of way that you want. One thing that I love about my channel is that you are free to voice your opinion and free to have any discussions that we need to have. Ultimately, that is what builds a true and strong community. We're not always going to agree, but it's nice to have that communion and conversation that we can all take part in. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please be sure to subscribe or join the channel membership. It will help us out a lot. Let's get to 1,000 Eiyuden fans, Suikoden fans, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye.